Welcome back, guys. We're down here at Pro League. It's all tied up 1-1 between SBENU and KT. Zest just able to take a really sick PvP. Lots of Phoenixes in that game, Wolf.
A lot of Phoenixes, a lot of really sneaky moves by Myungshik. Playing against Zest really, really well against his style, and anything, you know, every step of the way. He's never even going to make a mothership core even with all the gas he was spending on everything he was doing. Super tight build. I loved every step of that game. That was one of those games where I watched and I'm like, okay, you have prepared this specifically for at least like 2 hours. You thought about this. You prepared with other players. That was really, really, really cool to see. Especially the mothership core snipe. That was like, that's just this next level brilliance.
That was awesome. It really was. And we're going to jump into another mirror matchup here. It's going to be a ZVZ between Leenock and Life. We were actually talking about this a little bit before the matches even started while we were getting some dinner. Life, you know, I think definitely favored here. Just, you know, known as the best Zerg player in the world. But Leenock, he's very good in the matchup. He could upset here. I think so.
Yeah. And, you know, Leenock's ZVZ record that you see here, 0-1, not indicative of his whole ZVZ record.
No.
One of the better ZVZ players in Wings of Liberty. Has a long-standing history versus Life as well. The two of them are, they played against each other in ZVZ quite a lot, and Leenock has taken quite a few games against him. So, in fact, there's all the stats, 7 and 13. So that's pretty impressive versus Life. I mean, that's you know, it's a kind of a 3 win-loss spread away from being even. So. Not as bad as you would expect against somebody playing against Life in ZVZ. So I think Leenock is going to give us a good show today, and I don't think he'll win, but he might. He could.
Yeah, he definitely could. I mean, it's ZVZ. Here's Life. You know, very, very strong player. After coming over to KT, wasn't as dominant in Pro League specifically. Let's see how he is today. He seemed pretty happy back there in the makeup room, you know, just kind of joking around. And he also picked a very cool song. I love Muse.
I like Muse too. I was singing some Muse karaoke.
Oh yeah,
in Tokyo. Had a lot of fun. I was singing Starlight, but I think the song was much better for a BGM for a player like Life.
Oh yeah,
Starlight's just a much better song to sing in karaoke.
For sure, man. Life, you know, he's been playing so much aggressive ZVZ these days. I wonder what he's going to do up here against Leenock. The map is going to be Cactus Valley, though, a 4-player map. Let's see what he's going to do here.
Yep, Cactus Valley, a really interesting map for ZVZ because it's pretty big. We're going to take a look at our predictions.
Wow.
Well,
6-0.
I don't even know why we took a look at those.
Too obvious, guys. Too obvious. But, you know, after the MC voted for Myungshik last time, you know, definitely, I was thinking maybe one person would go for Leenock, maybe Kanata or the MC.
Too much safety with those stats on the line now, man. That means something.
They really do. It's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, we're going to jump into game number 3 here. It's going to be Leenock versus Life on Cactus Valley. Down here in the bottom right in the red, it is Leenock, also wearing a red jacket.
Oh. And she said she's cheering for Leenock. And to the top right in blue for KT Rolster, it's Life. What does his girl have to say? Chog, as in like an awesome Zerg. And
where is this Overlord going?
No, looks like he's going to send it towards the middle of the map.
Yeah.
That's
bit interesting.
Okay,
usually,
so it's because he's going for an early pool. So he wants to see if he can either intercept the other Overlord or get any sort of information about where that Overlord is, I guess, to hide information. And he wants to scout. He wants to scout cross first because if he ends up having to attack cross, then he doesn't know how much he's gonna commit to Lings, right?
It's Leenock who's going for the very early pool.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And Life going for the crazy scout.
Okay, so just take away everything I just said. I always get confused when it's a mirror matchup and the top the player who's listed on the top is red.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom, there's blue, and
that's always confusing.
It's confusing.
Especially in mirror matchups, of course.
When it's like top and bottom like this, the same thing happened in the TBT matchup, which confused me initially. But
look at this. We're going to have Life going for a hatch first on the 4-player map. You know, not a bad idea. Let's see how greedy he is behind it, though. That's the question here. Leenock going for a very fast pool and also for gas. So he could be coming in hot on Life, but Life's making 2 extra drones. Let's see if he puts the gas down, too. He could be in big trouble.
With the Overlord Scout he went for, which is now going to the north, I guess I almost want to say it's like game theory, which, by the way, Nash passed away today. Very sad. But it's like if he goes to the middle and he sees an Overlord there, then he knows that the Overlords that they passed and that Leenock is cross spawn. And his second Overlord's going to see Leenock's Overlord if Leenock's to the bottom right. If Leenock scouts north, but Leenock didn't, so he gets unlucky in that way. So I kind of get it, but I don't think it's necessarily the best way to scout. But anyway, he's going for a very late pool with the extra drones, as you mentioned, and even the gas. So as soon as Leenock finds out where he is, he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and I love what Leenock's doing, too, especially for the map. It's going to be so hard to block off that choke or, you know, stop a huge speedling run by straight into your main. And already, I think we got like 10 Zerglings out here, 4 more on the way. He's making only Zerglings, and he's got that super early speed with the gas. He stopped mining the gas after 100. This is a big speedling rush. This Overlord may see it.
Yeah, he's going to see it. But seeing is only part of defending this. Let's see how he decides to respond. Back at his natural, he's only got 1 drone mine down there. He sent the rest of them home. The Queen that's about to pop out isn't going to do too much against this. She's going to have to try.
I think he just needs to sacrifice this natural. There's no way he's holding this right now.
Oh, no way. And trying to make a spine. This hatch is going to try to buy him some time. The Queen gets surrounded instantly.
But the wings are there. Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good control there.
We still got a ton more links coming across. And speed finishes.
Yeah. And with speed, it's so easy to surround and kill. And Leenock is in such a good position here. Good position on this Queen. It's going to buy him, again, more time. That Spine Crawler will at least finish. He's trying to produce lings, but, you know, he has more production, and he has, you know, more money to make units, but a lot of the lings he's making are going to get caught and trapped because they're slow lings.
Yeah, and look at this. Leenock very smartly not fighting that battle. He's just going to go straight into the main. There is 1 Spine Crawler here. And decent building placement, too. It's going to help defend this for a while.
Yeah, the Spine's going to help defend this Baneling Nest. If he can get Banelings out, that's the key. The Baneling Nest is what's going to defend this for him. He's even sneaking lings across the map, too. If he can actually get that Baneling Nest up and do some Baneling bombs in Leenock's base, his already low economy is going to take some big hits. He's got his own ling speed up, but he does not want to fight this. He just wants to buy time. Yep. That's all he wants to do here.
That's exactly what he's doing as well. There's no way he'll take that fight right now. And some lings getting the main is going to snipe down 1 drone. And we're even going to see Leenock going for his own Baneling Nest as he kind of realizes that he cannot punish Life.
Life does not want to be fighting this. It's a really bad engagement. I'm a bit surprised. I think he's focused more on his lings right now, but he lost a huge fight there. 10 more lings on the way for him, about to pop out. The Spine Crawler is everything right now for Life. If he didn't make that spine, he'd be dead a long time ago. The first few Banelings are on the way. He decided to attack with those lings instead of making Banes at Leenock's base, which is, I think, somewhat of a questionable decision because I think he could have done a lot with those Banes, but regardless, he's going to have the Banelings up first, and this means that Leenock has to finally back off and probably take a hatchery pretty soon. There's nothing he could do unless he really wants to just commit to another Baneling attack after this, which is, you know, pretty predictable, and Life is going to have the defender's advantage.
It will look like he will make actually 2 Banelings in the main. Not sure if Life even saw that here, so could do a lot of damage if he's not paying attention, but at the same time, there's a Queen and a Spine Crawler there. We'll see if that can get any damage. Looks like Life is going to slowly move out here with his Banelings. And 2 Banelings that Leenock's morph not going to do much. 1 Baneling's not going to do much there either. He's going to have to get some Speedlings in there if he wants to do any follow-up damage.
Yeah. Really good control here out of Life, and that Spine Crawler again doing wonders for him. And Leenock is in a lot of trouble because he's now tried to commit to a hatchery against this. And he doesn't have defensive Banelings. A huge Baneling hit goes off here, and this hatch is surely forfeit. There's no way he can actually keep this. Well, he's got a few Banelings he just finished. Maybe I should.
Let's see how the Baneling hits are first. He's got these 2 Queens here. Looks like Life is gonna morph. No, nothing just yet. That's Leenock. It looks like he'll just take his own hatch. and continue the pressure here. We're going to see a bit of trading with the Ling Bane.
Always a fun micro battle to watch. This starts to look like a Chinese ZVZ right now. Chinese players known for hyper-aggressive ZVZs. If you don't believe me, go watch any high-level Chinese StarCraft tournament. They do this. They don't do the Roach thing.
Oh! Saves the Baneling. Yeah, Baneling's just walking across the map here. And Life just going to set one on each. Leenock doing a very good job of defending for now.
If you get 2 for 1, those Baneling's going to get split. He needs to be careful about that.
Life taking the much better trades here, and at the same time, he's got this hatch up much, much faster.
Yeah, and that means he got the faster larva, he's had the extra units, he's had the extra mining, and he's now going into a faster layer. I was just going to say, both players have been on 1 gas for all of this. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, we had Burrow for a second by Life, but he did go back on that. He's not going to go for that. He will go for a very fast lair. Let's see his other gas timings here. He's going to take both gases at the natural. And maybe just stick on 3 gases. Possibly he goes into mutas.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. I think if we're going to see a Roach one, we're going to see it really soon. Because he's already got enough gas to start a few Roaches if he wants to go down that path. Okay, he is taking that 4th gas now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be mutas here. And, you know, Life, he's been loving to play this Muta game in many different matchups, in the ZVT matchup specifically as well.
Every now and then loves to throw those 2 base Mutas in.
There's a Spire, and he's going to start mining from all the gases now.
He's already built up pretty high gas bank, too, with this. He's going to send an Overseer in to see what Leenock is doing, what Leenock's follow-up to this is.
And funnily enough, Leenock has also taken all 4 gases. And his lair finishes up, and what is he going to go for?
Well, if we have Muta versus Muta, man, it's going to be like 2013 all over again.
Here we go. We got that Spire already on the way.
Well, this is going to be what it is. Okay, so this is how ZVZ in the very beginning of Heart of the Swarm looked like, because Mutalists were given a bonus to regen and acceleration in this game. So before the Spore Crawler got buffed, this is what ZVZ looked like. This is what ZVZ looks like in StarCraft 1. It's just Ling Muta, and that's it. But in StarCraft 2, it gets a bit more complicated. You try to tech to Infestors. You can go to the Hydralisk route. The Hydralisk route is a good one, because obviously Hydralisks are strong ranged units and they do well against anything they end up fighting if you've got something to buffer for them. But they are weak to Banelings.
Yeah, and both players having a Baneling nest.
Very nice. Saves the drone at least.
Yeah. But at the same time, Life is about to get his hatchery up there at the 3rd right now. So delaying that is just going to get Life further and further ahead. And he's got that Spire first as well. He's going to get 7 mutas out here. He's going to go for the armor here.
If he gets a lot of damage done with these mutas, it's going to be virtually impossible for Leenock to catch up. You see the armor upgrade being researched on the mutas because it decreases that bounce damage. Almost makes it negligible when the mutas fight each other. Because you're not really going to be fighting and trying to kill things quickly. Like, you're never going to be like, oh, I guess I have enough mutas now, I can fight the Spore Crawlers, because Spore Crawlers are really good against mutas.
I think this is the first time Leenock's going to see the mutas coming out for Life, because Life did get an Overseer in there and did see the Spire, so he did know that Leenock was going for the Spire at least, but this may be the first time that Leenock sees it. And he hasn't pulled back any of his Overlords, whereas Life has. So Life going to be able to snipe out a lot of these guys. He's also got the gases up at his 3rd much faster. 3rd's not even done for Leenock right now. Life in a great position. Life
even gooping the Spire, stopping those upgrades.
Wow, that's really cool.
I mean, he's really, really on top of everything here. He's figured this out. He knew this is the way this game was going to turn out. He pulled his Overlords back and scouted even Spire with his Overseer early on. So, I mean, he is just on point right now, and he's so ahead in every way. Every single Overlord that has to be replaced is a big deal, but this is really an issue of gas at this point. And as soon as he starts really hitting the gases of Leenock hard, Leenock's not going to be able to keep up. Oh, he's going to get a Mutalisk here for free.
That's really big. May even be able to snipe out this Queen and just get away for free, just getting free damage here. He's got so much more gas. He's going to get more and more mutas, more ahead of Leenock, and we already see that coming into effect. It's going to be 22-11 soon here, and Leenock has to make a decision. Do I commit to mutas when behind, or just try to defend and maybe make a tech switch on 3 base and just put up a bunch of Spore Crawlers?
Yeah, I mean,
at the same time, like, look at the supply. His Life has just done so much damage.
He really has. I worry blow up the Spore Crawler, why not? I worry that Leenock is just somebody not going to be able to defend this.
Yeah.
The Spore Crawler is doing so much to help out here, but now that it's gone, I think this is just too much.
The Mutas survive, taking out all the spores. GG, Life gonna take it. KT Rolster goes up 2-1 on the back of Life's 6 ZBZ.
A very scary, tense early game. Very impressive that Life is able to defend that with the build that he chose.
And look at this Life. Okay, hold that thought.
Give your ticket back to Taiwan, Leenock.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a shot under the belt if I ever saw one.
Well, KT.
Life, yeah, he looked very serious after winning that game, but then he goes for that celebration.
Well, I think he knew that there's a lot of tension between these two teams, especially Life, specifically because of that group selection scenario.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was really scared there for a moment, though, because Bomber is now the final player for SBENU, and he's looking really good now as well. And there's an absolute possibility the Bomber could beat Stats, and that would be a terrifying thing for KT to have to worry about.
Some people did vote for Bomber here in the predictions. I won't spoil it yet. You guys will see it a little bit later on. But yeah, Stats very good in the matchup too. But at the same time, he's played a lot of it recently. We'll see what Bomber can do if he can continue that streak. You know, he's been playing so well, as you did mention, against both Terran and Protoss specifically. So really want to see if he can make it work and push this to an ace match. This is Ace Match Monday, of course, so you would have to expect it.
Yeah. Well, I'm very happy with his win. A hard-earned one, very tough to defend. Yeah. Really good micro and good decision-making to make that Spine Crawler at the back of his base and defend his Baneling Nest with it, while also using his Baneling Nest as a SimCity. Everything he did was so smart. He took better trades, he engaged well, and just played a very solid game, as you'd expect from Life.